Well, good morning, my friend. It is Monday morning. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. Good to have you with me today as we start the week out. Coming at you just a little bit later than normal on this Monday, as I had an earlier meeting this morning that I had to get to. But I am here in the office right now, getting my day going here in the office. And I'm looking forward to seeing what God's going to do this week. We had a tremendous day yesterday, packed out auditorium both yesterday morning, last night. Again, it was good to see God fill the house. He says that my house may be filled. And can I tell you, old-fashioned preaching, old past church will build a church if somebody will just do it. I know we live in days when so many men say, well, it just can't be done anymore. No, not when you have your lazy carcass sitting in your lounge chair on Saturdays. You got to get out there and do something for the Lord. And God can certainly do it if we all just kind of get busy doing it. It's just exciting to see people saved, people baptized. Looking forward to this coming Sunday, our annual hog roast at the church. Always a big day for our church, and praying for hundreds of people to come in and see what God can do to see souls saved, people baptized on this coming Sunday. Well, I want to talk to you this morning about they can't take this. In 1 Thessalonians 2:17, the scripture says, but we, brethren, being taken from you for a short time in presence, not in heart, endeavored the more abundantly to see your face with great desire. Paul was one of those in the scriptures who endured many persecutions. He said his enemies took from him his brethren, but they couldn't take his heart from them. You see, the enemy may have physically put Paul in bonds, but they couldn't put his heart in bonds. Paul even said that the enemy taking him physically caused him to be more determined to see them than before. Now, though the enemy wanted to silence Paul, they couldn't silence his heart. Now, life may take many things from you, but it cannot take what is in your heart if you don't allow it. You have control over what is in your heart, my friend. And though life may try to hurt you, what you have in your heart can still go on. If you're going to be a believer whom God uses mightily, you must learn not to allow life to touch some of the things in your heart that'll keep you going. Now, I find there's 5 things that people in life want to hurt that they can't, that in life that they want to hurt you, but they cannot take this from you. Let me tell you these 5 things they can't take from you. First, they cannot take your joy. Joy is not determined by what the circumstances are on the outside, but it's determined by focusing on the unchangeable on the inside. My friend, I'm saved. I'm on my way to heaven. They can't touch that. People can touch what makes you happy, and life may make circumstances difficult, but it can't take the joy on the inside if you let your joy be focused what you have on the inside. Joy is found by focusing on the unchangeable salvation that nothing in life can take from you. They can take everything from me, but I'm always saved. They can't get that. You can try to do everything to me, but you can't take my salvation. I'm still on my way to heaven. And that's where my joy comes from. Second, they cannot take your salvation. One constant in life that can never be taken from you is your salvation. So they can't take your joy. They can't take your salvation. Life can take everything you own, but it cannot take the fact that you're a saved child of God. God secured that no matter what you face in life. You can live on the top side of life by focusing on the unchangeable salvation you have on the inside. Third, it cannot take your love for people. I like this. People don't have to love you for you to love them. Someone can say, well, I don't want you to love me. Well, you can't stop that. Someone may hate me, but I can still choose to love them. So listen, true love is not based on how others love you or treat you, or even if they like you. It's based on you saying, I choose to love you despite what you do to me. So they can't take your love. Fourth, they cannot take your prayers for others. Society may tell you that you cannot worship in church, but they cannot stop you from praying to God. Society may throw you in prison for doing right, but they cannot put the prayers in prison. Health and difficulties may do everything in their power to stop you, but they cannot stop the heart's prayer to God. Praying is one thing you can always do no matter what you're going through in life. Death may take loved ones, but it cannot take your prayers. Disease and sickness may take your health, but it cannot stop your prayers. The one thing that can never be touched from the outside is the believer's prayer in the heart. No matter what you face, you can always pray. They tried to stop Daniel, but he kept on praying. Fifth, they cannot take your determination. The enemies of life may try to discourage you, my friend, but the heart's determination is something you can control. Life may knock you down a lot of times, but it cannot knock out that determination on the inside of your heart that chooses to stay determined and say, I'm going to keep on serving God no matter what happens. Going to keep on praying, going to keep on loving, going to keep on having the joy of the Lord inside my soul. That determination, my friend. Now, what is in your heart is only controlled by what you allow to influence your heart. So understand this. You can be the master of your heart. Therefore, you can choose your disposition in life. Don't let life's hardness take what it cannot touch. It can't touch these things, so don't let them have it. Choose to let what you have in your heart to continue despite life's trials. Boy, I can tell you, I can point you to some people. The good people going through tough times still have the joy of the Lord inside their soul. You'll find some of the happiest and most joyful people in life are the people who are going through the toughest times, but they didn't let tough times stop them and take the joy and the salvation they had. Well, my friend, I hope this is a help to you today. Now, let me remind you today as we go throughout this week, hey, let's be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.